Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're talking about the crucible and the creator. Meet the incredibly unconventional scholar who basically became the foundational architect of modern India's mind, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. We're going to unpack his amazing, fast-paced journey from a homeschool prodigy all the way to becoming the newly independent nation's very first education minister.
Now you might be wondering about his name. He was actually born Mohiuddin Ahmad, but his sheer brilliance as a speaker, he was a true orator, led him to adopt the title Abul Kalam, which translates to father of speech. And he didn't stop there. He added Azad, meaning free. This wasn't just a catchy name, it was his personal manifesto. It completely symbolized his total freedom from narrow-mindedness and blind imitation.
His early life was honestly anything but conventional. He was born in Mecca back in 1888, moved to Calcutta in 1890, and was heavily homeschooled. The guy was an absolute prodigy. By the time he was just 16, he had already mastered multiple languages and complex philosophies. This all culminated in 1912 when he launched the massively influential Urdu newspaper Al-Hilal.
And Al-Hilal wasn't just a paper, it was essentially a megaphone. He used it to champion two massive pillars, unity and resistance. Azad fiercely pushed for Indian independence and absolute unity between Hindus and Muslims. His message struck such a nerve and was so highly effective that the British government actually banned it. But you know what? Azad just turned around and launched another paper, Al-Balag, to keep the fight alive.
That unyielding spirit, it propelled him up the ranks incredibly fast. In 1923, at the age of just 35, Azad became the youngest president of the Indian National Congress. That is a huge deal. He later steered the entire party alongside heavyweights like Gandhi and Nehru right through World War II and the Quit India movement.
So the crucial point here is that this high-profile leadership came at an immense personal cost. 10. That's the total number of years Azad spent locked up in prison. Whether it was the non-cooperation, civil disobedience, or Quit India movements, his unwavering commitment to his country's freedom meant he was repeatedly sacrificing his own.
As independence finally drew closer, Azad dug his heels in for a united India. He was vehemently opposed to partition. He constantly warned that dividing communities who'd shared centuries of intertwined history was only going to lead to horrific violence and suffering. And tragically, the 1947 partition proved him entirely right, which left him deeply, deeply saddened.
Yet out of all that heartbreak, Azad found a new way to build. He was entirely driven by one core belief: the future of a nation depends on education. Armed with that mindset, he was appointed as independent India's very first Minister of Education. He successfully pivoted from a frontline freedom fighter to the primary architect of the country's intellectual future.
And this brilliantly illustrates his tangible impact on modern India. He literally laid down the national education policy from scratch. He pushed hard for universal primary education and women's education. He championed the sciences by establishing the very first IIT in Kharagpur back in 1951, created the University Grants Commission, and even founded major cultural pillars like the Sahitya Akademi.
Beyond all those brick-and-mortar institutions, we can't forget his lasting legacy as a brilliant author of seminal works like India Wins Freedom. He passed away in 1958, leaving behind a profoundly shaped nation. And rightly so, in 1992, he was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna, which is India's absolute highest civilian honor.
Azad completely dedicated his life to interfaith harmony and universal learning. So, taking a look at the world today, have we truly fulfilled his vision? Are we actually free from the narrow-mindedness he spent his entire life fighting against? Take a moment to really think about how his legacy challenges us right now. Thanks for tuning into this explainer.